You don't lead with your dick, or you do lead with your
I
dick?
don't lead with my dick at all.
He leads
Not
with
at all.
poetry.
I mean, if I did, I'd probably be fucking it all the time. But I know that part. I guarantee it's gonna be good. So.
I'm Zack Peter.
I'm Jeff Epstein.
I'm a disaster dater.
I'm a disaster.
All right, and we're back. Another episode of Disaster Daters.
And I could not be more of a disaster today.
Truly the biggest disaster you have ever walked into the studio.
Right. I was thinking this too. I was like, I feel like there were some moments time I was sick. This
Yeah.
might be like I'm a wreck.
A torn Achilles heel, everything.
Torn something in my knee, allegedly, that happened 10 minutes ago. I was late because I was using a heating pad on my back. I hurt like my arm yesterday. I'm like mega dehydrated. I look a wreck. Zach goes, your hair looks crazy because I had the wind blowing with the top off. It's a wreck.
I mean, I feel like you shouldn't come back from vacation looking like a wreck, but like, you know.
But it's not like vacation. It's like my family, and it's like a 5-day bender. So I'm like, guys, and I even said, I was like, Zach, if we record right after, like, I'm going to look insane.
And I said, well, you took a fucking week off, so yeah, we're going to have to record immediately after.
I'm hoping that this is one that everyone just listens to and doesn't watch.
As I literally am like checking myself out in the camera.
Or they
You
can
have to
watch
have good angles. Yes.
for Bruno.
Yes. So in studio today we have Bruno Alcantara.
Yes.
Bruno Alcantara from the pit crew, RuPaul's Drag Race. Not one of the actual drag queens, but you're like just one of the eye candy on the show, right?
Maybe in the next season.
Yeah. Bring the mic. in
Wait,
a
do
little
you do
closer to
drag?
you.
No, not yet. No, I don't.
You're like,
He just literally is naked on the show.
Yes, I can do.
Eye candy.
Give me the kids what they want.
and does this pay handsomely?
I mean, in so many ways.
Do you hook up with other pit members? Have you?
Wow. No, we just work together. What?
No, I believe you. You're very convincing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Listen, I love cars. I would love to be in the pit crew. I don't know if they're allowing.
Jeff.
I don't know if they're allowing this in the pit crew. at
You
the moment.
already have. Well, you can never have too many jobs.
Yeah.
Are you single?
So single.
What is that? When was the last time you went on a date?
It was very recent, actually.
Okay.
But
How recent?
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh,
That's
that's like,
like so. Okay, bring the mic a little closer because Jeff and I are loud.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
Just like pretend it's a dick. So,
Oh.
You just moved it back away.
so how did this date go? Where did you find him? In the pit crew?
Well, we found each other in a dating app months ago.
Oh,
Riot, I think. And
that was a humble brag.
then we saw each other in person in a few events.
Okay.
And then finally we
Would we know who this person is?
no.
He's on Raya.
Well, no, but now I realize. I think back
So
in the
many
day,
random
it was like
people are on Riot,
like
yeah.
famous people or whatever, but now it's just randoms. Although I was denied.
I'm on the waiting list.
That's
I mean,
Sad.
do you like dating apps?
Not particularly. I mean, I've gotten back into them just to kind of like be on them because I was like, I need to kind of like at least put myself out there. But I'm not like actively trying to, I don't know.
Well, as much as I want a relationship, I think it's very boring going on dates and
Having to get to know people, it's because then it's like you ask the same stupid questions and you're trying to get to know. I agree with you. It's very boring.
they have no idea who you are or like what you like, so you have to just start telling them every single thing about you.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
annoying.
No, and you have to have good banter. It has to be back and forth. Be like ping pong. What are we doing? You answer this. You ask me this. Then because I asked you this, then you answer this, or then you ask me this. But people are so behind in conversation that they can't do it. And I'm like, let's get a fucking move on.
And you have no idea how much they have to offer in the sense of conversation. So it's always like, what am I getting myself into? And I think a bad date, it's like a job interview. So you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like you should always meet for drinks on a first date because then like you can easily have another drink or you can be like, okay, that was fun. Good to meet you. And at least I got to get a little buzz going, you
Or
know?
can be like, oh my God, all of a sudden I got wasted. I have to go.
No, when I get wasted, then you get more fun and then I keep the party going.
Okay, so we've discussed my twin brother on here many times. He gets drunk on like a lot of his dates. So much so one time my sister set him up with her friend. And this is New York City. And like, yeah, great. She texted my sister. She was like, I had to put your brother into a cab. He was so wasted.
Wow.
I mean,
know.
I like to show up like a little drunk on a date, you know?
You
Because
take
then if the bar's already low, like if you're boring, then I can at least, you know,
here's literally I'm being serious.
yeah.
Right before you walk in, have a
Shot.
little nip,
Mhm.
like a shooter in your car or whatever. Take one shot of tequila, walk right in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one shot's fine. Drunk. What if you just? How are you gonna?
Well, I'll do like one of those like canned wines or like a seltzer that's not like super strong, but it's like something.
Yeah, just
You
to-
have something in your stomach so you don't look like a fucking slob when you're eating if you're meeting them for a bite. And like, you know, it's satiating. You get a little bit of a buzz going, but I do like the shot. I'd like the shot.
Yeah.
Normally, if I get there early, I'll go to the bar and I'll just take a shot.
Next
And-
time I'm taking the shot.
Yeah. And again, if you walk in and see me looking like a slob like I am today,
Do you actively go on dates looking like a slob?
no, I usually decent. Like, all right, if you were to see, because you obviously see what I look like on Instagram and things like that, if you were to walk in today and I was on a date, would you be like, whoa, you're looking a little.
Rough, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be
this
like,
is a
ooh,
tougher-
he's had a weekend,
We've had a weekend.
right?
I mean, I think he looks
Or
great.
week. Thank you. I feel awful.
Well,
But that's all that it counts, really.
you have had better days, but this isn't your worst.
No, worst in a while.
You
Bruno,
still look very slim.
Thank you. Thank
You actually you look very tan
Thank
and
you.
very
I just look
slim.
very tan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
irritant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a little more sunburned than tan, but it's good.
We'll take it. Anyways, okay, so you go on these dates.
You went on a
Wait,
date yesterday.
what's your type? I'm very curious.
Wow,
Yeah, what is your type?
that's a tough question.
Where is it?
I don't have a type. I have desperation. I'm joking. No.
I have a type and desperation.
Depends on the hour.
No, I'm not that desperate. I'm actually feeling very good by myself, so that's great. But the date yesterday was very easy.
Oh, so you fucked him.
No.
You said he was easy.
No,
Easy
there was no
combo.
sex
I
in the
know.
sense of I did not go there with any expectations.
What did he look like? Tall, short. That's like, what's your
He,
type? Yeah.
He is tall
Okay.
and
What color hair? Like, come on.
he's blondish.
Blondish.
Yes, and
Do you typically go for blondes?
I have a weakness for blondes, but
Mm.
I got to meet a lot of people, all kinds, and I had great time with so many other people. So today, that's why I don't say this is my type,
Hmm.
because I believe a good energy makes all the difference.
Yeah.
And I've-
Energy, chemistry.
And like, freckles and orange hair, but
His type, yeah, his type is gingers.
Yeah.
Red hair,
I love
freckles.
gingers.
Oh, see, you get it.
alabaster.
I
Yeah.
love gingers. I love gingers. I love blondes, but I love it all, honestly, because
you little mix.
I love Latinos. I'm a Latino
Wait,
man.
where are you from?
I mean, have you been with a Brazilian? Come on,
He's Brazilian.
Brazilians are great.
It's so well because so two of my best friends are Brazilian, so they're always talking Portuguese, and I want to learn it because I want to be like, what the fuck are you guys always talking about?
Yeah. Well, I
Do
mean,
you
here
speak
your teacher.
Portuguese?
They're
Yeah,
actually wait,
better
they're-
than English.
They're in Brazil now, and it's so funny because before them, and I feel like actually, and then there was another guy that goes to our CrossFit, and his name was Bruno, and he is Brazilian.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there's a few. I feel like I'm really like in with the Brazilians, and I went to a Brazilian restaurant on Venice Boulevard a few months ago for our birthday. We had BYOB was great. You guys are fun.
Well, we're not gingers though.
I know.
You're still a good time. Do you like, what's the difference between Brazilian men and American men?
Well, Brazilians, we are very passionate people,
Yeah.
direct, aggressive.
Yeah.
I remember when I first moved here, one of the things I had to learn was to respect people's personal space.
Oh.
Because in Brazil, we
yeah,
are very
sexual
touchy.
harassment lawsuits fly left and right around
We
here.
kiss anywhere. We
Yeah.
just have you been to Brazilian carnival?
No.
People just come at you and they kiss you right there.
Oh.
It's crazy. Sometimes they don't even ask for it.
Oh.
They just
And so what do? You
you
kiss
just
them
go
back.
with
You're
it.
like,
You
all right,
know,
let's
you
go.
flow with life,
What if they're disgusting?
and then you don't need to.
And then do you just swat them away?
I mean, unless you took 3 or 4 shots, those shots.
6 or 7.
6, okay. So then you just.
I mean, here's the this is even in like West Hollywood, this will happen where you'll go out and somebody's like, oftentimes like an older gentleman
Yeah.
will like, grab your ass or something like that. To me, it's very flattering. I guess some people are like, "Oh, it's like invasion, whatever."
I
I'm like,
love being sexually harassed. I'm like, grab
literally,
my ass, tell me I'm hot. I don't care if you're old and foul. Like, absolutely defile me.
when I stop getting sexually harassed, that's going to be
That's when you know
depressing.
you've
That
gotten
means you're
ugly.
disgusting. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm fine with that. And listen, sometimes if it's like they're really gross and they're whatever, then I'm like, back off. But or somebody else like, hey, I'm like, we're not doing this.
Yeah, you can turn
Yeah.
them away, but just the fact that they're interested in you.
Yeah, like
you know.
Carnival.
Well,
He's like, I don't know where
He's
you
like,
are
maybe
real left
not.
with that. But we're just you know what I mean.
Listen, I'm consenting.
That's
Okay.
what I mean.
I'm saying
We mean consensual. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying you can consensually grab my ass and like tell
Noted.
me. I look good.
FYI,
Noted.
consensual.
Everyone.
Consensual. Yes. FYI.
you're consenting too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. No, I'm
Consent.
not. I mean,
Oh.
ask for it first, or like, let's have a drink or something. I need some love first. It's like, come on, just no.
No. I mean,
So you don't like getting your ass grabbed by old men.
I mean, right timing, the right place, right time, and I think anything is possible.
Yeah, or like getting heckled, or like when they whistle at you walking down the street. I'm just like
so flattering.
so flattering.
My sister always says this too, and she's a very pretty girl, but now she's like 40, and she's like, ugh. She's like, I just got catcalled the other day. It made my day. And I'm like, yeah, it's very flattering.
Yeah, if you're offended by compliments, then you need to stop going to therapy.
Well, I love the
I
attention.
love compliments,
I
right?
love the attention. I love compliments. I love having people wanting me, but
Yeah.
then I think grabbing. I became a little American in that sense. Like, hey, even though I'm Brazilian, there is a limit. There is a
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A
You don't like-
balance.
yeah.
thing.
I find it flattering.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? And I think again too, if somebody's really like, I'm very quick to like, I'll grab your wrist and be like, absolutely not.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not saying like go out there and just like grab people's asses. I want to make
Yeah,
that very clear.
make
Don't just
very clear.
touch people. I'm just saying you can touch me.
Totally. And also just the attention.
Yeah. Tell me I look great. Like flood me. Like I don't, even if your dick is disgusting, send me a dick pic. It's flattering to me.
Totally.
I mean, I'm not mad about receiving it.
Dick pics.
I don't like sending nudes in general.
Oh yeah. You don't take nudes, right? You said that on
You
your
don't take
podcast.
I don't really like it.
Why not? Show off your
And
body.
now all the nudes are coming up. I know.
Oh, you're
I
afraid they'll
don't.
get leaked?
I mean,
I'm waiting for my nudes to get leaked.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
surprised
for
they
it.
haven't been on Twitter already.
it's coming.
I'm waiting. Listen, but just like use recent nudes. Don't use nudes from like 3 years ago. If you need a recent one to leak, please let me know.
Listen, I'm sending nudes out all the time. On Grindr. Are you on Grindr?
I am on Grindr. It's a love-hate relationship.
Do you have, I feel like you have a hidden profile picture. Like your profile has no picture.
Is your face on
Or
your
it's
profile?
just your body. It's just
Can
your
we
body.
see your
I think.
profile?
It's no, my face is not that.
I knew it. It's just your body.
Your face is on there.
Of course.
Well, I just think it's easier to do that way.
Yeah.
You can judge me. It's okay.
Do you have
I
a
don't
hidden
know.
album? Like, one of that you share an album and then you like
Because you have all the intimate
have
photos
the
in the
naughty
hidden
pictures
album.
in there.
Yes, I have that too.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like that they like expire after 2 days unless you pay for Grindr
They
or
expire
whatever.
after
and
2 days?
if you don't have Grindr Extreme or whatever it is, like the
Grindr
Yeah.
Extreme? What is Grindr
Pro,
Extreme?
Grindr Pro,
Oh.
Grindr Pro.
Yeah.
You like the album that they sent you. It's like it stopped sharing with you after 2 days. I know, and sometimes I'm like,
I like to send the pictures that expires. That
Oh,
disappears.
that's
No, that's
annoying.
annoying.
The albums is one thing, but the expiring photos is so fucking annoying because it's just like, then I forget what you look like.
You don't need to keep them. That's how I think.
That's why if you keep it in the album, then they only have access to the album and then they can't screenshot
Yeah, you can't
it.
Hey,
Screenshot
this
it.
is for right now. You take it or leave it, and that's
He's
over
like, you're
tomorrow.
like,
It's
you're
another
In
day.
or out.
Fired.
He's like, you're in or out.
Yeah.
The
That's
transaction
a
is only an
hookup
hour
app.
long.
Come on. What do you want?
Yeah.
Look at me so you can have breakfast with me tomorrow? No.
So you didn't have sex with your date?
No.
No. When was the last time you went on a date?
like a proper date.
Yeah.
Probably not. Like maybe like 6 months ago. It was when I went. It was like a
6 months ago.
well, like a proper date of like, oh, we're setting this up, blah blah. And it was with that like ginger at El Compadre. Los
what
Feliz
ginger
location.
in El Compadre?
It was a Los Feliz location. I met him because I actually was going to High Tops West Hollywood to meet with another guy that I was interested in. And then I was drunk and I was like, oh my God, a ginger. I was so excited. And then we followed each other on Instagram, but I don't even remember really chatting with him. And then as soon as he walked in, we started talking. I was like, fuck, this is not it.
Why were you
I just could already tell. I was like, oh, just not the vibe. Very handsome, but I was like, this is just not the vibe. So I was just kind of like,
Sad.
yeah. I was like there for like 3 hours too. It was the longest.
Why
fucking
would you
service
wait?
ever.
Fuck that.
I just wanted.
One time I did go on a really terrible date. My friend, my friend slash neighbor, she's like, "Oh, I'm dating this new guy. His best friend is gay, and he has his shit together. So you should go out with him." And I was like, oh, "You know what? That actually is nice. Somebody has thought about me, and they want me to go out with somebody." And so I agreed to go out with him. And he actually, I think he lived in Venice, Venice Beach, not Venice in Europe. And so he came all the way from Venice to downtown, literally to go and see me. And I was like, wow, that was very flattering. Was not interested in him though. And we should have only had a drink, but then we ended up having a full on meal. And it was the most boring meal of my, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
That's
I kept ordering drinks because then he was drinking his cocktail way too fucking slow. And I'm like, I'm not waiting for you. If I come off as a lush or an alcoholic or whatever, I don't even give a fuck because I have no interest in keeping this going at all. There were just so many things that were just not the vibe.
Oh no, I agree. I'd rather get drunk on the date rather than trying to save face and be like, oh, I'll just be like,
Yeah, I'm definitely drinking so that you're more interesting.
That's why I feel like, yeah, the last date was 6 months ago or something. But in between them, like I have all these little like, I'll be like hanging out with this boy, hanging out with that boy. We're not really going on dates. Like, of course, we're like going out to meals, but they're not like dates. Do you know what I mean?
That's technically a date.
No, it's not. We're just hanging out. You're
We're
like friends
hanging
getting
out.
to know
I
each
hate
other.
that fucking
I had
shit.
that before.
I
I was like, no,
like
this
just
is not
tell
dates.
like we need
It's
to
not
know
dates,
what
no.
it is.
You're
But
just
you
like-
should at least so then it's not a date, but it could potentially be something. Like
We're just hanging out. It's to me, it's like, hey, do you want to go out with me or like something like that? It's different if like we're at my CrossFit gym and you're like, hey, do you want to go grab food after? Or like should we get food after this? Yeah. And you're already just hanging out and getting to know each other or whatever. It's different than like,
it's
can I
technically a
ask
date.
you out on a date, sir?
I feel like that's modern dating though, more than the formality of being like, would you like to go on a date with me? Like that's formal, and now people just hang out, but those are still technically dates because you're getting to know each other on those dates.
I feel like, listen, if anything, more of like sometimes a grinder situation. It's an appointment. It's not a date. It's an appointment. So I actually had a grinder appointment 2 nights ago, and it ended up being a long appointment. Like it was like basically slept there.
Wow,
You slept there?
Yeah.
that was that good.
Well, it's just
I
more
don't
like
spend the
sometimes you're
night.
just like having fun, but I'm like,
No.
it's different. If it's like later at night already, you're like having some drinks, whatever. But then you're also like, nothing's gonna come of this. But we just had like a fun night, and if anything, that's closer to like a date. I mean, I don't know.
That is
No, it's not a date.
absolutely not
It's
a
an
date.
appointment. It's an appointment.
Yeah,
it's an appointment.
It's a dick appointment.
A few years ago, I was hanging out with this guy, and we went to have dinner, and then somebody called him, and he answered, and then he said, "Oh, I talk to you later. I'm on a date," and I was like, "Is this a date? Oh my God, no! This is over. This is not
This
working
is
out."
why you need to clarify these things up front, because then some people think that they're on a date and other people think that they're not on a date. And at least if that understanding is there, then you know whether or not you're on a date.
Well,
and you don't end up like in a situation that we talked about last
No,
time.
I agree, but I also feel like, especially with Grinder, you go in with the expectation of a hookup, unless they
Yeah.
clarify. Otherwise, actually last week I was chatting with somebody on Grinder, and I was like, "Oh, like, what are you up to today?" Just thinking like, "Do you have time for a hookup?" Whatever. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going on a date in a bit." But it's like that's not weird because it's like, "Oh, that's
Yeah, there's no
separate.
expectation
You're going
on
on a
Grindr,
date.
yeah.
We're just having an appointment."
I guess I might be going on a date later today with
Oh,
one of Steven's friends. Which I know we were just talking about why we don't like dating Steven's friends, or what I
I'm
don't
like, not the one we were talking about.
No,
right?
not that one. Look, I don't know if you know him, but
they can't see. Let me see. I'm very
yeah,
curious
they
now.
can see.
One of Steven. Who knows? Steven's friends with everyone. Do you know Steven?
He literally is friends.
Faces
with
by Bravo.
No.
Steven Krugel. Krugel.
probably.
Probably.
I mean, I don't know personally, but
No, I don't think he
He's
does.
like, I don't even know you. Me.
Yeah, he's like, who are you?
You're like, who is this guy?
Ugh, when they close the door, the Wi-Fi and everything shuts off.
Damn,
so
so
I
you
don't have
can't see it.
I literally, yeah.
Okay, but you're going on a date?
Well, sort of. He wants to fuck.
Wait,
But
so
then we were considering, like, should we go out for drinks or, like, should we just meet to hook
so
up?
if a hookup is a date for you, then
What?
a hookup is the same as a date.
No. A hookup is a hookup and a date is a date.
But
and
you-
hanging out is just friends.
agree. Well, no, I don't. That last part got tricky.
Because you like to play in the tricky and that's why you're single.
I don't necessarily love to, but I allow it. Wait, I want to quickly follow up though. Are you going to go on a second date with this guy from last night?
Possibly.
Oh, have you guys texted yet today?
No.
What time is it?
It's 10:39.
Oh yeah, of course. That's not even like maybe by like 3 p.m. if he doesn't text.
I'm like responding to texts at like 5 a.m.
Listen, so would I. But
Ooh.
are you gonna text him if he doesn't text you first?
Yeah, I've been thinking about.
Did you guys have sex?
No.
Do you want to have sex?
Mm,
Okay.
He's like with somebody
At
else
some
today,
point.
and then I'll go on another date.
Yeah. Why not?
Where'd you guys go?
We went to have a drink actually.
Where?
In a restaurant. At Melrose, somewhere around there. Melrose. Yeah.
Okay. So in WeHo.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, well, it sounds like it went
Sounds like there's
well.
potential. I mean, listen, we're just so used to blasting our lives on this show that
I'm like,
we put all the
you
details
can't even
out
give us
there.
the restaurant?
No, it was very cute. It was very cute. It was very easy. And he's also not American, so I think
Where's he from?
UK.
Okay. I actually had a very lovely exchange with a gentleman from the UK yesterday. He called me out on Instagram because he didn't like something that I said on my podcast. So he did this whole Instagram story and tags me really big in the post. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Why are you calling me out? Like, it is 7 a.m., sir. I don't want to, you want to fight right now? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I was like, I'm not going to give him the attention because I think people like that. They like to provoke me so that they can get the attention and then I react to them. And then I was like, I'm not going to do this. What I'm going to do is just respond to him privately and tell him why his point is stupid. And I did. And then I was very nice to him. And he's like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting you to be nice. I'm like, I'm not a monster 24/7. And then it ended up getting like flirty. And then we ended up exchanging nudes. And I was like, wow, that was a plot twist.
Wow.
Mm.
See?
So there you go.
Again, I'm a fan of an unexpected nude. You're just like, oh, what a thrill.
Yeah. He said I have really great nudes, which made me like, it was like a confidence boost.
I've never gotten a complaint on any of mine either.
Yeah. I mean, neither have I. But like
Yeah.
when somebody like is like, wow, like they're, yeah.
Wait, do you wait for somebody to ask for it, or you just go and boom?
You have to read the vibe. You
Yeah,
can't
read
just
the
send
room.
your
Yeah,
dick
yeah.
out there. Yeah. Like, be like, is this flirty? Are we kind of, going there? Are we
I
dancing
mean, I'm
on that
Grindr. I'm
line?
like, I'll send it, whatever. No.
So on Grindr, you say hi, boom.
Some, not always. Oh, you have to be like, hey, what's up? I'm like looking for fun. Like, yeah, sure. And then I just send it right then.
Good.
What about you?
Well,
You don't lead with your dick or you do lead with your dick?
I don't lead with my dick at all.
He leaves
Not
with
at all.
Poetry.
I don't, honestly. I mean, if I did, I'd probably be fucking it all the time. But sorry. But I don't.
Wow.
Because I know that part I guarantee is gonna be good. So I want at least something else.
To build a little something.
Because that part is like, it's fine.
Yeah.
If I show you my dick, yeah, you want to
Do you like your dick pics? Like, are you proud of your dick pics or your ass pics?
Yeah, I don't like
You
take many
shared them on
aspects.
Patreon.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I lied. And I was like, guys, this will be on Patreon. Remember, as a way to promote this. Sorry, guys. But it was like a fake out. Because I was like, yeah, no, I don't share them.
So what did you post then? Nothing?
Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
That is a Jen Shaw con if I ever knew one.
It was something like that. It was like, or no. You know what it was? I was like, oh, if you, wasn't it like, I'll send you one if you sign up or something like that? Or you like listen, screenshot. And I feel like somebody actually was like, look, I did listen or something. And then I was like, or download it. And I was like, I probably did send a dick pic or something. But yeah, sometimes I'll look and I'm like, oh, that is an A+ shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Some people, they really like to send it.
And they're usually people that don't have nice ones.
Oh, it's always the worst.
Yeah. I'm just like,
So
I appreciate the confidence.
what is a nice one for you?
I mean,
I mean,
it's
it
a
just
long
has to
conversation.
look pretty.
Yeah, it just has to look pretty.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's a subjective answer.
Yeah.
Another thing, I'm not very good at taking nudes, so I don't
How are
think.
you not good
How are
at
you not
taking
good at
nudes?
it?
So
Yeah.
when I take it, I don't think it looks great.
Do you need a training course?
After 2 minutes ago, you just said, if I lead with my dick,
Then
it'll be
everything's
great.
great.
Yeah.
Well,
and then now you're like, I don't know how to take
Technically,
nudes.
yes, but then taking pictures.
How big is your dick?
I'm just normal.
That is crazy. Like, if you just ask
He's
that,
talking about his dick.
What?
that is crazy town. Wait,
Oh
speaking
my god, I
of,
wasn't expecting that.
Is that
actually,
he
no,
was
you do
talking
ask
about his dick.
I mean,
Is that not a fair question to ask when somebody's like, my dick is
that. I
amazing?
guess so. Listen,
Right?
who am
I
to
did not
judge
say it was
there?
amazing
You said if
I
I,
said-
led with my dick, it would be great.
because I know how to use it first of all, and
Oh.
and it's I don't think somebody would throw me out
So
of the
you're a
bed
top.
anyway. I am
Both.
everything.
Okay.
Wait, speaking of dicks, what's the dildo story that this girl
Oh, we have
submitted?
a dildo story for you. Do you
It-
like dildos?
He's like, you're
Uh,
asking me so many
um,
private questions.
I'm not a big lover, but
I
of
don't like
dildos.
dildos.
Yeah, I'm
To
not.
each his own.
You like dildos.
Not
You don't have
necessarily.
any sex toys.
No, I don't.
Okay. Here's the story that was sent in from V. V. Sov.
V by Vicky Gumbelson.
I moved to New York City as a newly divorced gal in my mid 30s in the summer before the pandemic. I knew no one. I had moved in with a Freddie Prinze Jr. look-alike circa 1995. Ooh, so I had his peak. But I had not met him yet because he was still traveling with his family around Europe for 2 months, which meant single solo and an entire apartment all to myself in Upper Manhattan. I was in the best shape of my life, doing yoga every day and aimlessly hiking through New York City, trying to figure out the subway system and failing. Cue the following fail. He found me pretending to know what I was doing and approached me to offer help. Holy Lord, this man was gorgeous. 6'2", sandy blonde, hazel eyes, tanned, all body parts ripped, and with the sexy German accent. He sounds like your
I was
type.
just gonna say, sounds like your type. Your eyes lit up.
He gave unsolicited but needed words of direction before cleverly discerning that we live in the same neighborhood, and if I gave him my information, he'd show me around. We met over the following week 3 different times and shared several phone calls. He showed me local bars and we had long conversations. It was summer and it was hot. I moved from a landlocked state and I really wanted to be at the beach. Hey, guess what? This man has a motorcycle and goes to the beach every weekend. He really sounds like your type.
Hmm.
He picked me up that weekend from my apartment and we rode out to a beach 45 minutes away. We picked up sparkling rosé and snacks and spent the day sunbathing, playing in the sand and lightly flirty.
Side note, people, we don't need all the details for these stories. Let's pick up the
fair.
pace here.
The following weekend, we did the same. And again, the weekend after that. And now I am ready. F it all. We rode back to his apartment. Clothes came off. I was in his bed. I was naked. I was turned on, putting out until he takes a break to invite me to his treasure chest. I'm drunk. I'm horny. I'm ready to go. He opens the door. He opens the drawer, sly smile on that fuckboy face, guides my body, and then my head to peer over his shoulder. I guess to cheekily reveal that it's content of various sizes, multiple, wrapped, unwrapped, and singular black dildos. Just black dildos, not wrapped. It's for the pleasure of the women who come here, he said. What? What are those? All of those? Do you clean them? I asked. He said he does clean them. It's my job to bring women pleasure in a sexy, soothing tone. Yeah, I put them in the dishwasher. They are clean. How is this man saying this to me and judging me? If I'm open to sleeping with a stranger while drunk, that signs my inebriated ass and possibly to get an STD from your dick, not from a drawer of dicks. This thought and sentence splashed across my brain, and suddenly I was no longer drunk and was very aware of how ridiculous the scenario was. I threw on my clothes, grabbed my newly uncorked bottle of rosé, thanked him for his time over my shoulder. So, tragically, I may have missed out on an amazing night or possibly a relationship with this human cosplaying as a demigod. But I couldn't. I knew he was a fuckboy and I was willing to live with that. I could not live out his fantasy of multiple used and weirdly monochrome dildos. Never shared the story. Happened summer 2019. I wonder if the dude is still in LA, if he hears it and recognizes me because he for sure knows it's about him.
Okay. V, that was way too many. That was a novel. That was
She walked
an
us through the
erotic
story.
novel. We could have just skipped to the point, future things. I was
We
like,
could have just been like, really hot
She-
guy,
I mean,
so great. We were hitting it off, went to his apartment, and then maybe built up the story at the
Yeah.
apartment. But all of the backstory, like he's moved from Europe, and I came here, and I was born on a farm, and I used to milk cows on the growing up. Yeah.
no, and beautiful writing. I mean, honestly, literature, top tier. However, okay. I mean,
What would you do in that scenario? Great guy, you're about to finally give it up to him, and then he opens up a treasure chest of giant black dildos. what would you do? I would be like, good for you.
Yeah,
We're
I would
not
know. Yeah, I
doing
would just
that.
be like, listen, I've literally gone to a hook, like just showed up to a hookup randomly. Yeah, or I remember like one showed up. It was even a threesome, and it was just these two guys, and I forgot there. They're like, can we fuck through the dildo? And I was like, no.
Yeah, no. What would you do in that scenario?
I think it's nice if you have more,
Dignity?
intimacy with the person,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, that's
Well,
totally
clearly
different.
they were
Yeah.
hitting it off, though. She said, like, it was great and she was finally willing to give it up to him, but this is the first time that they were hooking
I
up.
think she was ready for the real thing, but she was not ready for a dildo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He
But
must not have
I
had a
can see
great
that.
enough dick.
Maybe she thought, oh, if I do this, then I'll get the real thing.
Well, she didn't do it. She left.
Yeah, she left.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all you have to say is no. No,
She-
thank you. Thank you for the offer, but no to the dildos. But if you want to fuck, get back into bed.
I'm like, but rail me.
I
Like
think-
that's what she should have said.
think-
She
Yeah.
should have just been like, hey, but if you want to rail me, like you're good to go.
She was
Yeah.
like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Dildo? No. Give me
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, just be like,
Yeah.
hey, not my thing. Listen, I've gone to weird things and people have just, I don't know, like weird. I'm sure I've had somebody be like, can I like piss on you? And I've probably just been like, no, thank you. Like, just, people can ask whatever they want. I
Yeah.
usually say too, even on Grindr, when they're like, what are you into? And I usually say this, I'll usually be like, down for whatever.
Yeah.
And I say that meaning like, just put it out there and we'll see. But I'm not
And
like,
maybe, like,
Yeah.
let me know. And if the vibe is right, like, maybe.
and then
you
clearly
know?
I've said I would have boundaries, but then it's like, yeah, just like down for whatever. I don't know. Why
Talking about being honest, recently I worked at IML, International Mr. Leather, in Chicago.
Oh.
I was working for a brand, prep brand, and this guy, he came and he said, hey, I'm very into tying people up. I love
Oh.
to tie you up
Oh. And
if you are
said yes.
down. I'm like, that was my first time somebody coming.
And did you
asking
do
to
it?
tie- No,
Oh.
I didn't know him, first of all. I have no experience, but I was
Yeah.
very curious
Yeah,
about
I have to know you because I don't want you like.
Have you ever been
stabbing me.
tied up?
Have I ever been tied up? No.
Have you ever been tied up?
No.
Yeah, but I have to like know you with like a boyfriend or whatever. Sure, maybe. but,
Yeah,
like,
we're not gonna meet for the first time
It's
and
a-
you're gonna tie me
it's
up.
a little
No, thank you.
Jody Arias. Like I don't need to be getting stabbed. to
I
death.
asked him, like, so you tie me up and then what? Do you kill me or something?
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Then I leave you.
I was also just watching a lot of like or going through some research stuff with a lot of Dahmer stuff.
Oh God.
Yeah,
And
I
he
remember
tied
watching-
people up?
Well, I'm sure he did.
No, he drugged them and then like ate
I
them.
think there may be stuff to that too. But either way, it makes me just think. I think going through that again, I'm always just like, there's been a few really weird times, and there's just been like a weird vibe with the hookup where I'm just like, I don't know. Like those stores exist for a reason. Like he could totally chop my head off.
Yeah, I remember one time there was this guy. He lived in a nice building, nice part of town, invited me over. I went over, and there was just something about the vibe that was off. And then when I got into his apartment, there was this like putrid smell that was so bad. It wasn't like garbage. It was like a smell of like there are body parts hidden in this apartment somewhere. And I immediately had to exit that situation. I didn't even walk like 10 feet into his apartment before I was like, the lighting was off. Like, it was just off. Like, I could have been murdered that night.
Well, and then we talked about this too before. Is like, how do you escape things? Because like whether it's a date or a hookup, and I'm always just like, look, something blurts out of my mouth. But yeah, as soon as I walk in, I'm like, if this place is creepy, I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I had somebody that didn't want me to leave his place.
What do you
Oh.
mean?
So he wanted me to stay over. He wanted me to sleep over. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay for a little bit. And then some point, I'm like, okay, it's getting late. I need to leave. He's like, well, everything's locked.
What?
All the gates, everything. You're not going to be able to get out. There is an alarm. And I'm like, when he said all that, I'm like, this guy's crazy.
Did you grab?
How did you get out?
So I had to like pretend I loved him.
Oh, smart. And then you hit him over the head.
And then, I said, hey, honey, I need to leave very much right now. I'll come back tomorrow. Never.
That's crazy.
That is straight out of a movie.
That was scary.
Oh my God.
I've had things like that happen, but it was never in the context of sex. It was in the context of like drug stuff.
Oh.
Where I'm like, ugh, I'm stuck here. One time somebody let me into like the creepiest basement, which isn't like in New Jersey. I'm telling you, I thought this man was going to hit me over the head with a hammer. He starts leading me down, and he had a hammer in his hand.
Really?
It was so creepy. This isn't like rare to New Jersey. Oh, I've been in some real tricky situations like that,
my
but yeah,
God.
never sexually.
You guys, these stories have taken a twist.
Listen,
Wow.
if you've never had your life threatened,
Yeah.
have you lived?
No.
Ever been held at gunpoint?
No, I have not.
Oh, no.
Have you ever exchanged sex for drugs?
Me?
Yeah.
No, and I always wished I was like a girl during that time because I was like, they get it so easy. They can just be like, oh, I'll like have sex with you, and then they get drugs.
Free drugs, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's like, yeah. He's
What?
like, wow.
He's like, I don't know where to go from here.
I love biting. Hey, I love biting.
Okay, biting can be fun, you know? A little neck biting, kissing, a little biting of the lip, you know.
I like biting, like strong biting.
Strong
Like,
biting.
you like biting or you like getting bit?
No, I like biting.
Mm.
Like till blood?
No, not too.
Oh.
Not that
He's
much.
Army Hammer over here. I'm just kidding.
No. But like a good bite, so you can't look at it tomorrow and say, "Oh, Bruno is here."
That was fun.
Well, I do give like I'm very known to give hickeys.
Jeffrey, you're not in high school.
I know.
You should not be
But
giving
it's not
hickeys
even like I'm doing that
anymore.
purpose.
That's
Literally,
how we
I'm just like, I
start.
love like kissing in somebody's neck or something. So I even have it, and I have the picture still. It was like the first night I hung out with a guy I dated, and literally the next day he was like, "Oh, it looked like I mauled him, like attacked." And then I have so many other texts too. Like then this one guy I dated last year, and he was like,
Oh, man.
"I will hang out with you, but like you cannot do that again." And I was like, "Okay." And of course, some of those people are like at CrossFit, and they're like, "Where'd you get that hickey from?" And I'm like, "I don't know where he got that from."
Oh, so you like people to do it as well? So you guys should receive.
Oh,
it.
I would no. I mean, nobody really does it to me. I'm saying I just do it to them, and
But,
yeah,
but would you like that?
I wouldn't like care.
Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
interesting.
Do you like choking? Spanking?
Yeah, I think when is the right time? I think yes. I think why you need to breathe all the time.
Do you?
I mean, listen, if
I
we're-
like a good little choke. I like to choke, and I like to get a little choke. Like, it just depends on the role that I'm playing at the moment.
yeah.
you know?
Listen, and I can go back and forth. I sometimes do. Just like it's not even like a choke. It's just a little like a
A firm grab.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a passionate. Sex
I was gonna
is
say
very good.
especially with boyfriends too. Then I like doing that more. Like it's
Even if
you
it's
like to get
not.
more.
I mean, I haven't had a boyfriend in a while, so if I wait for it,
Yeah.
How many
I'm
boyfriends have
gonna
you
buy
had?
it. How many I had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like 5,
Wait, how old are you?
30 something.
So 31 or 39?
Yeah, around that.
36.
Totally around that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just like, wait, 36. I'm
35.
going with it.
35.
Okay. There's like 5 boyfriends. So I think kind of similar, and then Zach has had none. Because remember we were just discussing this before.
I've never had a boyfriend.
That's a very good number.
I've never been in a relationship. Yeah, it's 0.
No, 5. I think it's a very healthy
That's a
amount
lot of
like,
boyfriends. Like,
5?
yes, that's so many boyfriends.
You
Who
know,
needs 5 boyfriends?
People are having one every week.
I'm telling
can't
you,
do that.
these little trollops. I'm like, how are you even
It
like?
gives me
Are you
anxiety.
so desperate?
I think I have a commitment phobia because
Oh,
my
definitely.
friend was she's in a relationship, and she's now been in a relationship for like a year at this point, and now they're talking about moving in. And I was like, wow, Sarah, like this is moving very fast. And she's like, it's been a year. And I was like, okay, but that's still like a little steep. And she's like, here, by the way, we're having we're hosting a barbecue together. And I was like, Sarah, this is too much for me. I can't do, like, she's like, it's not even, you're not even in the relationship. I go, but it's so much commitment. Like, it makes it seem like you're actually gonna like potentially get engaged to this guy, and that just like terrifies me. And it's not even my
Don't
relationship.
you want to get married?
I feel like I'm not the marrying type. I'm like the type you divorce. You know?
Okay.
I mean, I want to get married. I love love.
You want to get married like on a boat and shooting a beer.
Shooting.
Like the where you
Oh, yeah,
poke
yeah.
the hole in it.
At first, I was like, shooting. Where are you going with that? No, I mean, I think that it's like, some people do move way too quick. Well, you know how they say like lesbians U-Haul it.
Yeah.
Mhm,
You know what
yes,
that means?
they do.
Yeah, like insane. And I think some people like, you're moving out after 3 months. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
I actually think
That's
after a
insane.
year, I think it's reasonable. I think that's about the soonest it should be. 1 year. If you're really, really, really sure.
I have moved in after 3 months.
3
3
Oh my
months?
god, this is too much. You guys, I'm literally like I know I say I don't get anxiety, but like the thought of that like just is like how?
I don't think I would do that right now.
I could
You're also
never
probably younger, yeah.
imagine
Yeah, I was
living
younger.
with someone.
But
Like I
remember-
don't know how you like I'm going to be like Gwyneth Paltrow and we're going to have separate houses even after we get married. And it's very presumptuous to even say the words get married.
I mean, I dream about getting married.
Me too. I dream about it.
I
will.
mean, I'm not against getting married, but like it's not something that I'm like actively looking for in life, you know?
It's not like I need that,
Yeah.
but I do want it, and I dream about it.
My mom's not even married and she's been with her partner for over 10 years.
I mean, yeah, that's fine too. Not everyone has.
She doesn't want to get married though, but her partner does want to get married.
Tricky. No, you don't have to necessarily get married. It's just like a long-term person. I mean, Kurt and Goldie.
Yeah. Oh, they're not married, right?
No.
See, there we go. I can be Kurt and Goldie.
Will you be Kurt or Goldie?
I don't know them well enough. What does Kurt do?
He was an actor.
Oh,
Or he is an actor. Or not anymore.
still? No, I think he's retired
Overboard?
from 50 years ago.
I don't know. Do you know this reference?
No.
Overboard? Wait, when did you move to the U.S.?
10 years ago.
So you were 25.
I was 25.
That's a culture shock.
Yes, it is.
Were you out before you
I
moved here?
was, but I think being here really helped me to, accept myself better. I think we have a lot of support, and you see a lot of people happily married or successful gays. I feel like when I was back in Brazil, there was a moment that I thought, you cannot be gay and be happy. You cannot be gay and be successful.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that many references, and also I was in a very judgmental, um, state. My family did accept me very much, so
They did or didn't?
did.
Oh, good.
But in general, people around, I grew up in a very Catholic environment, so I think it was more myself. Like, get to the point when you see that you go against everything that you've learned.
Yeah.
It was very shocking.
I was raised Catholic too, and I'm actually kind of offended that no priest ever tried to hit on me.
I was raised trash.
I mean, I was trash Catholic.
Yeah.
I was in the hood, but still, I was kind of because you always hear about the
You do
stories
always
of,
hear
like, be
about it.
careful with the priest. And I'm like, why was I never like cute enough to get hit on by a priest? I know that's terrible to say, and I apologize, but it's true. Have you never wanted to like?
Again, it's flattering.
It's so
to me.
flattering.
He's
No?
like,
I never had it. I
he's
never
like,
had it
please
either.
stop talking about this.
No, go ahead.
He's like, please, everyone's welcome to their own.
I think
fetishes.
if you like it, hey. I mean, right now I would go. The last time I went to Rome, and I saw all
Ooh.
those people walking. I'm like, I wonder what is underneath this. Ooh,
Oh, of a priest?
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know?
whoa.
But then I was already grown up, and it would be by choice.
I did have a religion teacher in high school that was a gay porn star.
What?
Yeah. And then, well, and we went to an all boys high school, and then I guess the boys found him on the internet. And he was like having sex, not even just with other dudes, but with like machines, like where they tie him up and then they get the dildo and then they're getting him with, like, it was very jarring. As like a 15-year-old seeing your religion teacher getting fucked by a machine. But listen, if it wasn't a real dick, is he really gay?
I'm sure
Jesus
he's on
would accept
OnlyFans.
him.
Well, that's like, okay, so there was this guy I follow on Twitter. I forget his name, which I probably shouldn't say it anyways. He was a judge in New York City. You know what I'm talking about? Or no? He was a judge, like a court of law.
I think, yeah.
And he also had an OnlyFans, which at that point, here's the thing, guys. And listen, sometimes I'm like, I'm so broke. I'm like, should I start an OnlyFans?
No, you
But
tweeted
if you
it the
have
other
a
day.
great, successful, high-paying job as a judge, I'm like, then why do you have the OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Knowing that it could jeopardize that. So of course people found out, and he got fired.
Yeah.
And now he's just OnlyFans. But it's like, what'd you think going into that?
Yeah, I do know this guy that's a lawyer, and we had sex, but he's also on Twitter and like just is always naked and like fucking people in the woods, but he's also like works full time as a lawyer, and I'm just like,
You gotta be like, there was this guy who used to follow on Twitter too. He was a fucking elementary school teacher, and he was just posting. It wasn't like nude, but like just the very scandalous pictures.
I have an OnlyFans, by the way.
no, you don't.
Yes.
You do?
Ooh,
And
good
you show your naked
promotion.
pictures.
I mean,
And you show naked pictures.
I showed a few things there.
He's like, that's why I'm not sending him out because you got to pay for it. But no, it's different. That's why I'm like, it depends on what kind of
It's a
career
free
thing.
page.
Anything like that, or if you're like in podcasts, whatever, then it's like, yeah. But if you're a judge or a police, like,
Well,
then
because
it's
they're
different.
voyeurs.
Yeah,
They're,
a
it's like-
teacher.
they're voyeurs. They are like, or exhibitionists. What is it?
Exhibitionists?
I think so.
They like people. They like audience. They like to be seen, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, I don't think I would make enough money doing it. I'm like, nobody wants to see this.
The internet would
I mean,
disagree.
there is a space for everyone.
He called you fat and he called you
No,
ugly.
I never did.
Yeah, but no.
Well, did we catch that on camera when you called him fat? No, we
Oh no,
didn't.
he said, do you go to the gym?
He said, do you work out?
Oh, do I work out? And listen, if you ask anybody there, they'll say that I go there and talk. for hours.
I didn't mean that way.
No, I know, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I am looking slim today, though.
You are looking very slim.
I actually think you look very good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Just sit here quietly.
Well, no, but no, it's so funny, yeah, because you have like a priest or a teacher or things like that where it's like you don't, you don't, you know what you're getting yourself into. Like if you do it being like, okay, if I find out and I get fired, that's the risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah. That happens often.
I mean, you see a lot of teachers too. It's like a big thing now.
A
You'll
lot
see-
of teachers are
and they're
getting
like-
fired for it.
or no, they're literally like, I decided to just say fuck it and was like, I wanted to start an OnlyFans. Also,
Yeah.
did you see that TMZ was doing that documentary about like celebs that kind of went that route, like Drea DiMatteo or Dan Benson from like remember Wizards of Waverly Place?
Oh, I met him in well, no, I didn't. We took a trip to Vegas, and Stephen and Andy were very excited to see him.
His
thought
OnlyFans is wild.
because he's straight, but he does gay OnlyFans, right?
Not really, but just other stuff, or he's like getting fucked by dildos or this, that, and the other. But he posts a lot of this, all the previews on Twitter. So that's the thing. Twitter's where it's at because you
Yeah.
always get a preview, and I'm cheap.
Yeah, you don't need once you get the preview, you don't need to.
I will say a few of them I've been like, actually, I do want to see more, and then I've signed up.
Yeah.
Twitter.
How many OnlyFans
Have you signed up
have
for?
you signed up for?
Well, like never all at once. Like I'll try one, maybe like have that or whatever. Maybe like 8.
Were you satisfied with the content?
Some, but then some I'm like, ugh. But then
What a
yeah,
waste.
yeah, maybe like 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I sign up for that guy Dan's? I don't know. Yeah, and then that Drea DiMatteo, she was like Denise Richards. Well, but then she is still like in other stuff, whereas Drea was just like, I'm fully going OnlyFans.
Yeah, Denise
I
goes
saw a
back and
porn
forth.
star recently in somewhere, and he was so dressed up, so hot, and I hit on him, and then later on I'm like, oh my god,
I
that's
know.
this guy,
Uh-huh.
and he was so gorgeous there. I'm like, I mean, but a lot of them are very beautiful and attractive, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
But I just didn't know it was him, and he's such an icon,
Yeah.
and I just couldn't connect the dots.
Wait, side note, how much do you think Denise Richards makes a month on her OnlyFans? I'm always so curious.
I don't know, maybe like 20 grand,
No, I think it's more than that.
50 grand
It could be.
a month. That's a lot
month.
per month.
I heard of people making over 100.
What percentage do they take? Like 15%?
No, they have
Only-
to take like 20%. No, 20,
OnlyFans?
30. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very little.
Oh.
How low?
I mean,
Yeah, because it's not like it's not a lot for them to operate. Like that's a fine percentage with all the creators. Denise Richards has to be making like
She's
over
making
over
good
100
money.
a month.
Yeah, she
over
has to be
100 a
making
month.
good money from it. Yeah, absolutely.
And-
And Sammy's on it too.
Who's Sammy?
Her daughter.
Oh, her daughter. Yeah, yeah. I was like, what other actually Sammy? Yeah, her You know, I see too how Cardi B's on it, and I'm like, what is she showing on there?
She doesn't show anything. They post like risque photos, and then that's like about it.
Or like how Sonia Morgan and Dorinda Medley are on OnlyFans, but it's just
Dorinda's not anymore. Apparently, she didn't know what she was signing up for, and she was mad that it has that association, so she got off of it.
I don't see myself having sex on camera.
I love having sex on camera. Not to like do OnlyFans, but I love making a little sex tape.
Mm-hmm.
Then you watch it back, and then you.
I was
delete
gonna
it.
say watching it back with like a boyfriend, then you're like,
So how many do you have?
I've made a few.
yeah, I don't have full sex. I just have little clips or like little
Yeah, little
pictures and
clips of
stuff.
both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And do you? So you have and he has his too.
Yeah, and so funny too, because even like 2 years later, we were like, he was like, I've gotten so much mileage out of this, and I was like, me too. I was like, I still jerk off to it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a little paranoid with people having.
Yeah, it has to be done on my phone. I wouldn't allow anybody else to have it. Not.
I
gonna
guess like only certain people. I'm only trusting with certain like it's just a
Yeah,
certain
you have
type
to
of
try.
like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not. It's not gonna be like anybody.
Can you trust anybody though?
I mean,
These days.
well, speaking really quickly of the celebs on OnlyFans, because we'll wrap up with this.
Yeah.
Who would your celebrity crush be?
Mine?
Yeah.
Matt Bomer.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
So you like a pretty boy
Oh, I used to watch him when I was back in Brazil.
in white
I
collar.
couldn't even speak English. White collar. I'm like, oh my god.
He.
And I think he is amazing as an actor, and yes, I have a crush on him.
Wait, who's your celebrity crush?
I don't have celebrity crushes.
Just like a one or a few that you like.
Um,
Like, really not one.
I'm trying to think. You put me on the spot.
Come on.
Do you have like 2 others that you'd be into? Like I have like a few that I'm
Probably
like,
10.
no, listen, there's some attractive people out there. Mine is like kind of wide range. A lot of it's like they're just like cute, and then there's some that are just like hot. Like Henry Cavill's definitely one of mine.
Yeah,
my
that
God.
that one.
See,
Very hot.
I mean, do you see that video of him? He was like fixing a computer recently.
No.
Or it was just it was the most attractive thing I've ever seen. He was like taking apart a computer. I'm telling you, get your eyes on this. Just disassembling a
He's
computer.
very hot.
Yeah, him, Jamie Dornan, but actually not in 50 Shades. I
Oh,
like when he's scruffy. I do not like clean
Did you see
shaven.
his naked photo shoot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good choices.
There's Chris. Let me remind me, Chris Evans.
Yes, for sure.
But a little bit. Yeah, maybe not as much. He's a little bit too like. But yes. But then I also like Dylan O'Brien, that little cutie.
Oh, he's a cutie.
Yeah, like
he is a cutie.
Yeah. So sometimes you can just be this little like.
Did Harry Jowsey ever respond to your DM?
No.
Mm.
Oh, Michael Fassbender.
Oh yeah.
Yes. You don't know him?
He isn't.
I mean, I probably, if I see the picture, no, I don't. I'm not connecting to the.
Wait, so
The
were
name.
any of these like on your?
Yeah, a few of those for
Henry.
sure.
Yeah.
I like Ryan Phillippe.
Oh,
I
I've
know,
always
yeah.
loved him, but he's very short.
Yeah. Well, I'm not very tall.
Ryan P. Remember his? It's all relative. Remember his ass in Cruel Intentions?
There's
No.
so many.
He's like,
I'm
everyone.
just going through the list.
Well,
now.
let's just say a few more.
Yeah. Is there anybody else on your list?
I mean, Chris Evans is definitely very hot.
I don't like Chris Evans.
I like it.
I will say it's like a little less for me now, but he used to be more so. Out of like the Chris's, there's like Chris Evans, Chris
Oh, I almost said.
Hemsworth.
Oh, I do like the Hemsworth brothers.
I think I'm more attracted to Liam.
I like Liam, yeah, more than I like Chris.
Yeah, and then I guess Chris Pine used to be one of them, but now he's looking crazy. And then who's the other? Oh, it was like Chris Pratt when he was going through like his hot era, but no,
Is he no longer in his hot era?
I don't think so. I think people don't look at him like that anymore.
Bummer.
Any
Oh,
singers?
John Krasinski.
No, it's just not for me.
Really? What's it? Jeremy Allen White.
No, but I see like, okay,
I love John Krasinski.
there's something so like sexual about Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
Yeah, like would love to roll around with him, but like he's not like the hot. He's like
Yeah, he's not like super hot. But see, that's the thing is I don't like super attractive guys. Like to me, I just feel like it's like I don't want to have sex with a doll. Like I don't want you to be perfect. Like I like a little dad bod. I like a little like bit of a real. That's why I always end up going for like Midwest boys.
no. It's like, I like it, and like I want my boyfriend to be like in shape, but not like crazy
Super,
in shape.
yeah.
Just
Then
like
I'll also feel a little insecure.
yeah, we both go a little extra, but like we work out, whatever. Just like no,
Yeah.
I don't want this like super pretty boy. I feel like you like a super pretty boy.
I like beautiful, but it doesn't need to be that way. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to have a perfect body. I don't think that's the most important thing. I think attitude, it's harder.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I've been with people that are very beautiful, and you look at them and it's like, oh my God. And it's so cold and it's so blah.
They're
Boring.
Pretty people are fucking boring.
Boring.
They're so
I mean,
fucking
not
boring.
all of them, but
Most
No,
of
but
them.
some, yeah.
If you become pretty later, if you become attractive later in life, then you at least had time to develop a personality. But if you were just always objectively good looking, you probably have no fucking personality and you're boring.
I'm saying if you're born like a super hot, you're the hot quarterback in high school, things like that.
Yeah,
like,
your
you're
life
just
is
like,
over.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah, no.
I can think of
Because they have no personality. They're boring. They're usually dumb.
Are you guys attracted to Tom Brady? I think I used to be and not anymore. You know who I am, like athlete wise, and I saw he just became like the coach for the Lakers is JJ Redick. Look him up. He's a stud.
What about Lamar Odom?
I'm not attracted to him. I do not think he's attractive.
He's not.
No. I was so random. Like, is he even an NBA anymore?
No, he's like in a brothel. You have a new podcast called In Bed with Bruno.
it's coming soon.
It's coming soon. Well, when does it? I think it might be out by the time this airs.
End of July on
Oh, so it's coming
August.
soon.
Yeah, end of July.
I got in bed with you, so
How-
we taped an episode
How was
together.
that?
It was so fun. I taught him how to kiss.
Yeah. all the directions.
Okay.
Noted.
It
I'm a
was
better
good
kisser
time.
now because of you, Zach.
Thank you. Everyone should listen and get some good hot kissing tips. Do you think you're a good kisser? You're a good kisser.
I am a great,
Yeah.
objectively, yes.
Yeah.
A good kiss
Yes.
is makes all the difference.
Were you the one that told me you are not into three-way kisses?
Yeah, I'm not. But no, even actually, I was at a Passover dinner like 2 months ago, and somebody was like, I was like, go around the table and say a compliment about someone at the table. And this one guy there was like, Jeff is truly a great kisser. I was like, thank you to a dinner full of people. Yeah. So I
And
was like,
then
yeah.
everybody came later on like, hey, can I have a kiss now? Is it what happened?
No, actually,
Nobody hit on you after that?
no.
You know, your personality is a lot to take in.
No, I think it's also, I mean, they were like a lot of like older white women that like were probably not into me.
And they're not into you? I feel like older white women are the ones that are like the thirstiest.
They're like, no. It was a Passover dinner. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you,
Bruno.
Oh,
Bruno.
thank you for having me.
Thank you
Yeah.
for coming in studio and living life with us.
I mean, I'm living my life.
He really is too.
You really is.
Okay.
Well, people can slide into your DMs where?
And Bruno Alcantara on Instagram.
Hmm.
They can sign up for my OnlyFans page.
There
What is
we
free?
Ooh.
It's free.
Oh.
And then are you still on
PPV.
RuPaul's Drag Race?
Yes, we are filming right now next season. In
Ooh.
Bed with Bruno is coming soon. So DragCon is coming soon as well. So
Oh, that's right.
yeah, all of it. More coming.
More
Perfect.
okay.
Okay.
More coming.
Thanks, guys.